How's it going, important people? Today we're going to go over the updated Dark Magician deck list I've been using that got me all the way to Diamond this season. We're on a crazy winning streak. We've been doing really well with it. We're going to go over some of the interesting tech that I use, strategies, the deck, all that and more in today's video. Alright, fellow duelists, I wanted to show you guys this crazy win streak we went on. It's more than 7. When you get to Diamond, it resets for some reason. I think it's at like 11 game winning streak. We've been doing pretty well. We did have a 3-game losing streak in the middle there. It happens. You're playing Dark Magician. Don't even trip about it. You are going to have those streaks, but it's not about the streak. It's how you respond to it. Guys, I want to showcase this just because I feel like not many people are playing this deck correctly. I want you guys, as we go through the video and go through the duels, tell me what you guys would do in these situations. Try to think it out with me. What plays would you make? Because it's not so much the deck that I'm using, but it's the way you pilot it. And if you keep practicing and you use some of the tech that I use in this deck, you will have the same success as me, hopefully even better. Alright, so we're going to be going up against this Sprite deck. You're going to see that as a theme of this video because that is primarily what you're going to go up against if you're playing a rank. So here they start off with their typical Sprite plays. We're going to fast forward through this nonsense. Keep in mind, if they go into Gigantic Sprite, it essentially turns off Nibiru because both players can then not summon any other monster besides level 2s. So if you do run Nibiru, be sure to not run Nibiru because it doesn't work that well against Sprite, and that's all you're going to see in rank. So they do their standard stuff. Notice that we don't have any board breakers. In the last video, I talked about Super Poly and Evenly Matched being primary board breakers against Sprite. If we don't draw that, we're still able to out this board. Watch how. So they immediately go into Sprite Blue. They use Sprite Blue to get Jet, but they chain Masquerina's effect to that to go into Appaloosa, a 4-negate Appaloosa. For some reason, they don't negate Magician Souls. That's fine. I play Magician Salvation. I activate Magician Souls effect again, and they choose not to negate it. That's fine with me as well. I get Branded in red, which comes in handy here. I play Soul Servant to put Circle on top of my deck. I know this is Sprite Smasher, and I know they're going to banish it with Circle. Or they're going to banish it when I play Circle. Because most players, whether you're playing against DP, whether you're playing against Sprite, the second they see Circle, they try to get rid of it. I have Branded Fusion, and I know darn well that they are going to get rid of, or they're going to negate my Lubellion's effect. So I use Lubellion to send Fallen of Albaz, but I chain Branded in red. Branded in red is key here because Branded in red now allows me to go to Mirror Jade, which gives me a disruption for the following turn. Now also I want to point out that if Lubellion hadn't gotten negated here, I would still be able to play its effect and go into Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. That's another big play you could do. If you have Branded Fusion and Branded in red, you can play Dark Magician the Dragon Knight and Mirror Jade in the same turn. Now something else I want to point out here is Summon Limit. Summon Limit is the best Floodgate in Master Duel, hands down, quote me on that. Better than Gozu Match, there can only be one, Skill Drain, you name it. Summon Limit is the best. Because see here, they can't do anything after they summoned all these two sprites. I'm going to try to get over them. I'm going to, use Eternal Soul's effect here. And I'm going to choose to attack over Appaloosa. I was going to banish the other Sprite Jet. But they end up playing Sprite Starter here in a sec. Adding another Sprite card, which is fine. I banish. They ash my Albion effect, which is fine. That's totally cool with me. Because honestly, if I have Mirror Jade out, there's not much I can do with Branded Fusion. Anyways. So now you're going to see Degeneracy 101. As if it wasn't degenerate enough to play Sprite. No offense to Sprite players. They want to go into Zeus, but they can't because of Summon Limit. They've already summoned twice. So what this card does here is it can't be destroyed by battle as long as it has material attached to it. I attack, and they detach their final material here to send back my Dark Magician, but this is why you need to stay in school, kids. They don't read Eternal Soul. Dark Magician's unaffected. I used Imduck here as bait. I know that they will try to attack my Imduck so that they can have an attack declared, and then Ixie summon Zeus the following turn. That's exactly what they end up doing. I end up chaining Super Polymerization because my brain is just too humongous. Not really, it's just very easy to outsmart this when you know what they're trying to do. We go into Dragon Knight. they do some nonsense here and decide to scoop it up. No business finishing this duel because they can't outdo Summon Limit. It's too powerful. We are going second against a Live Twin Sprite deck. I'm going to show you guys why I love Dark Ruler No More. I've been experimenting with it, putting it in and out of the deck. It's very helpful, especially if you are going second. And we are going up against the ultimate degenerate Sprite player. You know, they're trying to Artifact Scythe me. They're trying to Nightmare Corruptor Ibly me. They do Ibly lock me. But as Dark Magician players, we know that Ibly is also known as Link material. But this Artifact Scythe is actually meant to stop us from Link summoning it away. But you're going to see here that Dark Ruler No More actually allows us to prevent that from happening. So now we start off with Dark Ruler No More. Dark Ruler No More negates all these effects. For some reason, they still try to activate them. Yu-Gi-Oh players. What can I say? What can I say? We play Preparation of Rites to get Illusion of Chaos. They decide to draw a card at this moment. We use Magician's Rod to get Circle. Circle allows us to look at the top three. One of them is Soul Servant, which is huge. We're going to then go into Dark to summon out their gigantic Sprite. Now, I want people to know that it is okay to go to Access Code Talker, even if it's not for the OTK. So we go Access Code here. And we're gonna use Access Code's effect to start breaking this board. And if we did not do that, we would not be able to get the combos off that we get here. So I use this Illusion of Chaos finally. I decide to pop the back row before summoning my Dark Magician. Just something in my instinct told me that. I get rid of Called by the Grave here, so it was very lucky. I also get rid of Artifact Scythe. I know they can't activate the effect now. So from here, they play Sprite Starter, summon out Jet to get another Smasher. That's fine. Now I play my Magician Souls, summon out Dark Magician. Let me get a Banish here. I decide to banish their Elf. From here, now I play Soul Servant to get Secrets of Dark Magic. I was thinking about using Secrets of Dark Magic, different ways I could use it. I decided for a better way. You're going to see here in a second. Now I attack over their monsters. And from here, I know they have Smasher in hand. So I'm thinking, okay, let me get rid of some more cards. So I go into Imduck, but I use Imduck just to be another Link monster to destroy one of their monsters on the field. I know they have Smasher, and I know I have Summon Limit. And remember, here's that card again. Summon Limit is that guy. He is him. Himothy. We love Summon Limit. It is such a good card. And they are immediately going to try to play around it with Sprite Smasher. So they're going to play Sprite Smasher, which they have to banish one rank 2 from their graveyard, level a rank 2 from their graveyard, and one on the field. I'm going to Super Poly here to get rid of their Sprite Jet. So now they can't resolve their Sprite Smasher. I summon out Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. And they're also under Summon Limit now. They try to summon their evil twin, Lila. I banish one of them with Dark Magician, and they realize they have no chance, and they decide to do the next best thing that they can do. Scoop it up. That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. Summon Limit's crippling. Oh, they didn't scoop it up. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, their connection conveniently failed there. That's what happened. All right, so here we go, 3 for 3, baby! Another Sprite player, and also we're going second again. I want to showcase what we can do going second. We all know that if you're going first, you have the ability to combo off and maybe prevent them with floodgates from popping off. But going second is where you're really tested. So they go into Gigantic Sprite. They're doing their normal stuff. Normal stuff. You know, it's gonna look like IP Masquerena, Sprite Elf, maybe a Carrot, maybe a Red, whatever. Doesn't matter. So we have Super Poly. We also have Summon Limit. We play Super Poly here. Get rid of Dark Magician Girl. So now we're setting up for that Soul Servant in the future. Summon out Earth Golem. We play Illusion of Chaos. They Ash Blossom it. That's okay. Earth Golem actually has a nice effect. That when he attacks a monster summoned from the extra deck, Earth Golem gains attack equal to its original attack. So we're able to hit him for a nice little 3k there, which is pretty nice. And we set summon limit, flip that mug open. They play Jet to grab Smasher, and they elect to use this Smasher. Oh, I'm sorry, they don't use the Smasher yet. They don't use it yet. But I play my Illusion of Chaos again, use Magician Souls. Okay. You were going to call it by the grave because I was going to see if I could go for Master of Chaos here. It didn't end up working, but I was going to try. They go now to play their Smasher to get rid of my Eternal Soul. Okay. I draw my second summon limit, which is fine, and I go ahead and set it. But now we're playing a resource game. Because they can't keep special summoning, they're running out of resources here. They play Lava Golem. That's all they can do. We take 1,000. That's fine. Not a big deal. Doesn't matter. Hardly feel it. I play Illusion of Chaos. They decide to banish my Dark Magician. I elect instead to put Dark Magician on top of my deck with this Soul Servant. And now I'll use Illusion of Chaos's effect to get Magician Souls. Send that Dark Magician back to the graveyard using Magician Souls. Now I'm going to use Magician Souls to get rid of the face-up summon limit. And from here, it's just a matter of popping their field. We get +2 off of that Soul Servant, because remember, Dark Magician Girl's in the graveyard. From here, we go into Dark. And you know the routine from here. Selene into Access Code Talker. And I'm not going to lie. I may or may not have, BM'd him just a little bit here. Just a little bit. But it's all in good fun. They're playing a fun deck like Sprite. I'm sure they love to have fun. Access Code for the win, man. GG. Alright guys, this is the part you've been waiting for, or the part you probably skipped to, because I know what you guys are up to. It is the goo, the sauce. Per the usual, it's not changing. One Dark Magician is still the way. Trust me, if you do not know already, check out this video where I explain in depth why one Dark Magician is the best thing to do. I've been using Dark Magician Girl and Mahad to get that +3 using Soul Servant. It's been so huge. I don't know why this has been working for me, but it just has. Maybe it's in the way I use Magician Souls with Branded Fusion to send Mahad with Souls, and then Branded Fusion to send Dark Magician. I don't know, but it's been working. It's been giving me a lot of draw power. The biggest things with this deck are I took out the upstarts, I added in another Secret Village. Secret Village and Summon Limit equals instant scoop. And then these are your 2 board breaker cards. We have 4 of them with 2 Evenlies and 2 Super Polys. You can elect to go 3 Evenlies. You can even elect to add in Dark Ruler No More. 2 of, 3 of that. Those are board breakers. I feel like going second may be the best way to build this deck. Just put in a bunch of going second cards. You can trim this to 1. You can take out the Branded in Red, even though I do say that I like it a lot. You can take out Mahad or Dark Magician Girl. Right now, this deck, I don't elect to just always go second, but I am considering making a deck where I just purely go second every single duel and have the deck filled with board breakers. If you guys want to see that deck in the comments below, let me know. Also, this is the extra deck, pretty normal. I have elected to go Mud Dragon, 3 Super Poly targets. You can take one out and add an IP, add an Artemis, whatever you'd like, add in another Mirror Jade, whatever. But this is the extra deck that's worked the most for me. If you guys found that helpful, be sure to drop a like and even consider subbing to the channel. I would really appreciate it. There's going to be more content just like this coming out. So if you are subbed to the channel, you will definitely not miss any of it. Also, if you guys want to talk to me about why using one Dark Magician is such a bad idea, consider coming to the stream at twitch.tv/KingMatty. I will drop some links below. Also, I'll drop the link to my Discord if you guys want to have some discussions there. If nothing else, be sure to drop a comment. Let me know what you guys thought. I will definitely respond to all of them. Take care of yourselves. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.